Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel, all my shining light true crimers. How are you today? I hope everyone is blessed and loved. Coming to you today with an update on Shaquella Robinson's case. I want to kind of go over the timeline and talk about the wolves in sheep clothing. And talk about how this young lady was failed by a lot of people. And also a lot of fakes that are coming out pretending to be people. But we'll get to that in a minute. I hope you've been following this case. If not, that's okay. I will keep you updated with information in regarding of this case. This beautiful young lady was a light to many. And don't let the lies, the rumors, speculation, or any of that stuff fill your head with toxicity, because there's a lot of people on here trying to justify. There's no justification for taking someone's life. There isn't whatsoever. Now, let's get to this. There has been new information that come to light in this case, and it has gotten a lot of attention nationwide. On the police report, it said that Shaquella Robinson was alive when medical help first arrived at the villa where she was staying with a group of people last month in Cabo, Mexico. But there is a Charlotte newspaper that obtained the report, and it differs from details that were previously stated from the 25-year-old death certificate that said she died within 15 minutes of being injured. But really, the police report excerpt, it shows a doctor from a local hospital was with Shaquella and others in the house for close to 3 hours before she was pronounced dead. Shaquella Robinson is a Charlotte native who traveled to Cabo on October 28th with a group of friends. She died a day later. The death certificate from Mexican authorities did not mention Robinson's physical injuries, which her family members have stated that injuries did exist on her body prior to her being buried, okay? And these were grave injuries to her back and neck, and it was determined to be the cause of her death after an autopsy by officials in Mexico. The police report also states that she suffered cardiac arrest. Okay? And since her death, and after the video of one of her friends fighting her went viral, both the FBI and Mexican police authorities have launched investigations into how she died. The lack of conclusive evidence and conflicting explanations has led to her story going viral. And this has invoked a global outcry with countless of people closely following Shaquella Robinson's death. The hashtag Justice for Shaquella has been trending on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. There has been no arrest reported, and there has been no arrest made so far. Shaquilla's family became suspicious of her friends' claims that she died of alcohol poisoning when a Mexican autopsy report showed that her cause of death was severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which atlas luxation is a form of neck injury. And the video shows Shaquilla walking through the villa excitedly looking for her friends. When she found them, as I stated in the last video, they all were in one room. Someone came out, saw her coming, and then they all got quiet and changed the conversation and changed their attitudes. Give me a second, guys. Okay. Here's what we know about the October 29th timeline from the research and stuff that I have done. At 2:13 p.m., Winter Donovan, one of 6 friends who traveled with Shaquilla, called for medical help at Villa Linda 32, a property run by company Gabo Villas. An hour later, at 3:13 p.m., Dr. Carolina Beatrice Ornelas Gutierrez from a local hospital arrived to treat Shaquilla. According to the Charlotte Observer, Gutierrez says she was told that Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol and needed to be given an IV. Now, can anybody tell me what's wrong with that picture? How are you going to let people who didn't go to school to be a doctor or a nurse or anything of that matter? I did allegedly, and from speculation, heard that maybe one of them was a nurse. Not too sure. Don't know how true that is. But even still, why would you treat someone based on what a bunch of non-professionals tell you? That's what I don't get. If that was me, I would let her know, let the doctor know, hey, this is what happened. And this is what is going on. Can you check my friend? I'm not going to sit there and tell her how to treat her. That is up to the discretion of her, of the provider, the doctor. All right, let's get back into it. Gutierrez says Robinson Shaquilla had stable vital signs, but was dehydrated, unable to communicate verbally, and appeared to be inebriated. Okay, if someone is unable to communicate verbally with you, for one, being a medical professional, you'd be able to A, smell the alcohol, B, and if it was to the point to where they were unable to communicate verbally, something in you would tell you, let's transport her to the hospital for further, treatment. But they didn't. Why? Because her friends told her no. Told the doctor, let's treat her here. As if they're the professionals there. Anyway, let's get back into this. The report stated that Gutierrez believed Shaquella needed to be transferred to the hospital. Again, like I said, the doctor did state that, but the friends insisted that she be treated in the villa. Why would the friends insist that she needed to be treated in the villa? That's not a hospital. They can't run tests. They can't draw blood. To even see what the alcohol level is in her body. To be able to even tell you if that's what it is. So now they can tell you what to do. Abby? Okay. Now, an hour later, at 4:13 p.m., that is when Shaquella begins having a seizure. The convulsions from the seizure lasted less than a minute. A minute later, at 4:14 p.m., Gutierrez requests that the friends take Shaquella to the hospital. They again declined and insist on her being treated at the villa. 4:45 p.m., again, Winter Donovan calls 911 for an ambulance while the doctor's administering CPR. At 5:25 p.m., that is when the police arrive. 5:30 p.m., that's when the paramedics arrive and stated that they administered 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 discharges of AED shocks without success. Again, I want to express what is wrong with this picture. You, being a doctor, have the right to pick up your phone, call an ambulance for yourself, explain to them what's going on, and tell them to hurry and please come. She went all that time without any proper medical treatment, which is medical neglect, and ended up having a seizure. How do we even know that what was stated on the autopsy of her having a heart attack was even true? Because all this right here is fishy to me. If that was my best friend, I wouldn't even call no doctor to come to the villa, first of all. We'd already be at the hospital. But, again, since these are wolves in sheep's clothing, they didn't want her going to the hospital because they wanted to cover up and buy time for themselves so they can get away. I just don't see how these injuries weren't seen by the naked eye. Because let Nazir Wiggins stated that he's seen the bruises, the bump on her lip, the cut, her black eye, the knot on her head, the bruising. He's seen all that. So why didn't this medical professional see it? Right, let's get back into this and we'll talk about that here in a minute. An AED is an automated external defibrillator, which is like a mini and portable device that gives shocks, electrical shocks to victims who have ventricular fibrillation so that it restores the heart rhythm to normal. Basically, when your heart stops. Okay, at 5:47 p.m., and mind you, this is all in Mexico time, Shaquella was announced dead. Now, we're going to get into the story on how Shaquella passed. Her mother, Salamandra Robinson, said that each friend from the trip had a different story, and they initially told her that her daughter had alcohol poisoning. Now, Miss Robinson, Shaquella's mother, didn't even know what alcohol poisoning was. And she said that didn't even sound right because her daughter didn't drink like that. Her daughter was a light drinker. And she wouldn't even drink like that anyway. In a place, being in a foreign place where she knew nothing about, nor the surroundings. Now, again, those three friends, which was Dejanay Jackson, Khalil Cook, and I can't remember if it was Alyssa or Winter that was the third person that was over there. But they all were going over there just to find out what the mother knew, basically, to see if she found out how Shaquella really passed away. Now, Shaquella's mother, Miss Robinson, opened up her home to these three, sat down and had dinner with them. But like it says in the Bible, Jesus sat down and had dinner with his enemies too. And they all kept telling her, like I just stated, they all kept telling her different stories. And she got a telephone call from somebody. That was talking about this video of them beating up on Shaquella. But she kept asking them, and they kept telling her no. Nobody was fighting. Nobody was beating up on her. She died of, she passed away of alcohol poisoning. So when she received a phone call while the friend was there, especially the male friend that she's known for a long time, that went on family trips, was welcomed in the family home, when he was there, the mom stated that when they would talk about Shaquella, and she would ask him again how she passed away, just to see what story they would give, this boy started profusely sweating, pacing back and forth, and just acting weird. On the day that she received that phone call from the medical examiner, giving her the findings on the autopsy report, they told her that the cause of death was not alcohol poisoning, that it was in fact a severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. which we know, again, atlas luxation is a form of a neck injury in the C4 and C5 vertebrae. The Mexican authorities are investigating Robinson's death as a possible femicide. But before this, the Mexican authorities stated that there was no foul play involved. They were going to keep saying that, it was this and that. They were basically corroborating what the friend said. Until we all started covering this case and making it viral and getting it worldwide and getting that petition signed that they then wanted to do their job. Now, the Mexican authorities are investigating Robinson's death as a possible femicide, which in the state of Mexico, femicide is like 40 to 60 years. And that's not taken lightly over there. The State Attorney General's Office of Baja California, SIR, announced femicide is the gender-based murder of a woman or girl by a man. And the FBI began investigating Robinson's death amid the conflicting reports. Now, I'm going to tell you why that at first they announced are investigating it as a femicide. Because the person, the main aggressor, which is Demise Jackson, was taking off her wigs and putting them back on. So over there in Mexico, they're not used to that. They don't see stuff like that. So they automatically thought that she was a man. But she is not. Now, a video has gone viral and shows a naked woman, barely verbal, being hit and punched in the face multiple times by another woman until she falls to the ground. Now, it's been said, allegedly, and based on speculation, Mr. Robinson, Mr. Bernard Robinson, which is Shaquella's father, stated that there was another video. And on that video, he's seen Winter Donovan choking his daughter and slamming her down on the ground. Now, I don't know. It's been stated that there's not two videos, which I think this is just one video. One long video. And bits and pieces of it are coming out. But I haven't seen the video of Winter Donovan doing that. The father did. Someone sent it to him privately. So, if he said it, I'm going to believe him because he's the parent. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Then there was a person who was not seen in the video that is heard saying, "Quella, can you at least fight back?" Now, allegedly, and based on speculation, it has been said that the person who stated that was Khalil. I think that's his name. Khalil. which he is seen wearing braids with facial hair. And Shaquilla's mother, Salamandra Robinson, confirmed that it was her daughter in the video being beaten. Now, this family is desperate for answers, and Shaquilla's sister, Taquilla, her name is Taquilla Long, said in a statement that was published to GoFundMe, the family will continue to investigate what happened, and they are raising funds for legal fees. So if anybody wants to go donate and help them out so that they can raise funds for legal fees and raise funds to help them get back and forth to Mexico, for the court hearing, and, just help them out, because that's pretty expensive, and a lot went into Shaquilla's funeral costs and all that as well. The United States State Department, they released a statement claiming that there's no clear evidence of foul play, but yet there is a video circulating of a woman violently attacking Shaquilla, Long said. This statement is unsusceptible, and we are beyond devastated, and we will continue to fight for the truth, quote unquote. As of Monday morning, the GoFundMe page has raised $354,422, and this included a $50,000 donation from Brooklyn Nets player Kyrie Irving. Shout out to Kyrie Irving. Thank you for doing that. Hundreds of community members attended Robinson's funeral on November 19th, and loved ones wore pink in her honor. Her casket was wrapped with photos of her and was pulled into the Macedonia Baptist Church by a horse-drawn carriage. It was beautiful, guys. All of her loved ones signed the casket before she was laid to rest. And you know what's sick? Those same friends were sitting there planning on what they was going to wear to Shaquilla Robinson's funeral, knowing this whole time that they were the cause and reason of her demise. Also, it's been stated, too, that they do have everything ready, and they do have a warrant out for one of their arrests. It's a female. They haven't stated the name of who it is, but I honestly feel like it's the aggressor, the main aggressor, Demise Jackson. And that's just based on my opinion, in my opinion only. And it's also been speculated that all of them are in hiding right now. There has been someone that came out pretending to be Shaquilla's cousin. She was all up on these lives, doing interviews, just eating up the attention, telling all these lies and making up stories. I mean, and let me tell you, she sounded real convincing to those people. But something deep in me told me something just didn't feel right about this girl. So Shaquilla, sister, and her mother all came out and said that is not her cousin. They don't know who the lady is. She needs to stop going around pretending to be someone she's not before she gets hit with legal papers on impersonating and frauds. there is someone going around acting like Winter Donovan that made a video. And in this video, all you can hear is her voice. You can't see her face. So, and Martin Lewis, shout out to him. Shout out Martin Lewis. He made a video doing voice comparisons. And 1 minute she sounds like it, and then the next minute she goes off the grid and sounds like somebody that's from New York or something. That's just my opinion. That's how she sounds. Then you have someone acting like Dejanay Jackson, who made a fake Instagram account, getting on there posting things, you know, just basically taunting the family, in other words. And then you got someone who made a fake page who was acting like Shaquella's mother. And you have somebody that was acting like, I can't remember the girl's name. I'm sorry. My mind went blank. But they have been acting like these people. Someone even made a fake account in Nazir Wiggins' name as well. So don't believe everything you hear on the internet. That's why I wait for the family to come out and make a statement. And there's only a few people that I will watch, that I do trust, that gives out really good vital information that I know is the truth, because they really go all out and do their homework like I do, and don't just get on here and start spitting stuff out just to make a video. I'm not on here for money. I'm not on here for attention. I'm not on here for fame. I'm on here for justice. Justice for the indigenous women. Justice for the beautiful African American women whose stories and justice don't get heard and don't get met because people won't spread the word or do anything about it. So that's why I'm on here today, guys. That's why I'm on here helping, getting the story out. I posted the link to the, sorry guys, like I said, my mind went blank. I posted the link to the, petition in my last video. It's in the comment section. I pinned it. Go check that out. Go sign. Go donate. If you can't donate, please share. Even if you do donate, please share it. We need more signatures so that we can get these people locked up, because all 6 of them need to go. They all had parts. But I thank you for watching my video. I thank you for listening. I hope everybody has a great day. Be blessed. Be safe. And remember, those who smile in your face ain't your friends. Get to know people that you're around. If you start feeling a certain way about them, always trust your instincts. Shaquella didn't get a chance to do that because they took her life. I'm also curious and want to know about a toxicology report. I want to know if they put something in this girl's drink. But anyway, until next time, peace, love, and blessings. Be safe. And again, hashtag justice for Shaquella Robinson. Hashtag say her name. Mwah.